Mom, any other issue, you comment. Why don't you not comment? All these people talking about a life that was taken. My son's life was taken. You have a responsibility to talk to us. But you sit there and move over our young man.
Oh, boy.
You talk to people about the median. Why don't you talk to us about my son being killed? Why do you let these police bully you?
Why?
Why? Why don't these police tell me why I was put in a car
Hey,
locked
something's
up
happening.
while my son was dying in a hospital?
Say
something! Handcuffed while my son was in a hospital.
There's no compassion from
I
those
could not be with
council
my
people.
son when he
No
died. Do you
compassion.
understand that?
Can you look him in the face?
Do you understand that? I'm talking to the whole council. You're sitting here as the acting mayor. I'm talking to the council. Don't you talk to me? Don't you respond to me? Don't you say to me, Mr. Collender, Julian was killed. Julian was shot by a cop who's back on the street. There's been no study of this. This is my wife. Ask her, she was put in a car for an hour and a half. We came out of the house. We came out of the house. Okay. We came out of the house. Handcuffed. She's put into a police car.
You better fucking listen.
She's put, Mr. Swing, I'm here. She's put into a police car. Handcuffed. Black and blue all over. Nightgown. Above her knees. No shoes. Nothing.
Listen to him. Listen.
Show some respect.
Howard! I didn't do anything wrong.
Well,
I
we
didn't
don't need
anybody. What is your problem?
You will not get elected.
Anybody? I did not say anything wrong.
goodbye.
You're doing what the chief.
You will never sit in that seat again.
No, I'm not going. That man was so right. He's the first one that let you people have it like you should have it. Understand this. A young man was killed. A young man was killed. Police say, we won't tell you anything, but the DA's investigating it. Excuse me. The DA is investigating whether or not there's criminal charges on the shooter. Okay? Why were we put in the car? I can't talk to him. I'll talk to you. Ask the chief. Why were the Collanders put in the car for an hour and a half in handcuffs, not taken to the hospital to be with their son who was dying? Why were we told every time we said, what's going on, the police say, we can't tell you. It's a crime scene. Why is it when we went to the hospital and they wouldn't drive us? They had 6, 7 cars there. Okay? A dozen. Cars all over the place. We can't spare a car. Why is it? Bear with me. They told us nothing. I said, where would you take somebody who was shot? They said to Kaiser or Weston Met. I called a taxi to take me there. I didn't know my son was already dead. They kept me in the car while he was dying.
In front of their house.
They kept me in a car while he was dying. They don't tell us why we're locked up, why we're put in the car. That in the hospital, we go in. They bring me a picture of my son's face. He's dead. Okay? Can we see our son? No, he's a crime scene. I asked a brave detective, 2 of them. I know who they are. Can I see my son? Can we see our son? He's dead. No, it's a crime scene. We asked the coroner. We asked a DA investigator. Finally, we get somebody who might have had half a heart. Yes, you can see your son. We'll let you stand 5 feet away. We'll pull back the curtain. You can stand there for 20 seconds. Don't make us lay hands on you, okay? That's what happened that night. Not to take for a minute and think of what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the shooting. I'm talking about the Brea Police Department. The Brea chief is here. He's listening to this. Why does this officer call me and my wife over at 3 in the morning after keeping us in a car all that time and telling us at a crime scene and goes, come here. And we go over there. The 2 of us stand there. This cold-hearted SOB looks at us and goes, oh, I can tell you now. Your son was taken to Kaiser. He died. Boom. That's a heart? That's who you hired to protect us? okay? There hasn't been discipline of that. That you don't know about, okay? There's a reason we're here. These cops are dirty as hell. These cops have no goddamn heart. These cops are watching us every minute. We've done nothing at all. We've done nothing. You are our representatives. We ask you. Ask this police department to tell you so you can tell us. Why was Mr. and Mrs. Coleman put in a police car? What happened in the underlying robbery? This has nothing to do with the DA investigator that they want you to wait another 6, 8 months for. Has nothing, it's independent. The DA, and I'm an attorney, I can tell you, DA does one thing. Should criminal charges be assessed against the shooter cop? That's it. But the rest they won't tell us. And the chief says, oh, be patient. Listen to other perspectives. Yeah, that's what he puts online. Listen to other perspectives. So we say, we have our perspective. Tell us the other perspective. Tell us what happened. We don't get anything. And I think it's sad. Calm down a little bit. I think it's very sad that you do talk to people about all these other issues. They're important to people. I understand that. I think we're talking about a human life here. We're talking about a 25-year-old kid who was a baby, who was a skateboarder, who was 10 years old, who was 12, who got bar mitzvahed, who was 15, who went to dances, who met all these girls and had so much fun. They laughed. There wasn't a mean bone in this kid's body. Everyone, I'll tell you, they never saw him get mad. I don't give a damn what happened before the shooting for a moment. I care that when he gets shot, they're there with assault weapons. They're not trying to stop him. You shoot an assault weapon into somebody. The bullet yawls, it spins around inside and shatters. Okay? Cop shot right there. Okay? Cop could have shot him in the leg. Cop could have done anything. They didn't need an assault rifle. What they've done, the point I'm trying to make to you is so bad that I can't have you as our representatives who hire this force, okay, and pay them a substantial amount of money, and they're not worth a dime.
Our money.
They're not worth a dime.
There are employees.
They're not worth a dime. Okay? I think you, as our representatives, have a duty to do something. Now, Michelle was here the last time. Very nice, very polite. You know she never even raised her voice. You cannot blame her. Nothing happened in this 2-week period. She came again tonight. The mayor recused himself. He didn't recuse himself last time. I don't think anything happened between the two, okay? So maybe he doesn't like the heat to get out of the fire, or who's ever sitting in that seat, not attacking him directly, but somebody did not recuse himself before, but recuses himself now. Now I see Mr. Winder, because he was called out to be in law enforcement. He's gone. So now we have the 3 of you sitting here. That's a majority. And I beg of you, as a majority, get us the answers. Why were we put in cars? What happened at the robbery? And tell us who shot him. How can you say we can't? How can this chief tell us? We can't tell you. Look at Los Angeles. They shot a guy twice in the head on bicycles. The mayor called him a hero. And they came out and they said, here's the name of the officer who shot him. Here's the other 2 officers. Here's the knife. They showed us nothing. They tell us nothing. This is your Belinda, for Christ's sake. We're not out there rioting, panicking. We're out there with our constitutional rights saying, stop what's going on. Take this man off the street till an investigation is done. The chief put in his first press release. The matter is being investigated by the Brea Police Department and the district attorney. Have you heard anything about an investigation? Because when we asked him on his Facebook site, he said, there is none, it's just the DA. What's going on here? You guys gotta listen. We're doing this 8, 10 hours a day. We're following up on all this stuff. We know what's going on. I've seen some of you councilmen here for a long time. I've seen you before some of you were reelected here, okay? All we're asking is for a little justice here. To tell everybody, not just me, this scares the heck out of the community. We need to know we're safe. We need to know whoever shot Julian, whatever police officer or detective shot my son, don't you, who live here, want to know if that man has